Hey there, it's Mrs. Tiffany, Head Imaginarian of Imagery. Thank you so much for listening and or watching. Hoping wherever you are, you feel safe and loved. It's a little chilly here, so I'm a little bundled up, but hopefully doesn't bother you or make you too warm. And so I just figured I would pop in with this video. I actually wrote a love letter to parents, and it's long overdue. So bear with me because I'm actually going to be referring to it on the screen in front of me as I'm talking to you today. So we all were thrown into it, right? It's almost been a year since we were just like put into the pot of online learning. And some of us were able to adapt and able to do really, really well, whereas some of us, maybe not so much. I want to just talk a little bit about what that picture means, not just for parents, but educators and ultimately the community, which is why I'm recording this video for you today. Now, before I get into this, some of you may not know who I am. Hopefully you care at this point. My name is Mrs. Tiffany, and I am the head Imaginarian of a company called Imagery. In addition to myself, I have a group of wonderful partners, as well as global partners that help me to create and celebrate programs for every 21st century learner. Now, these programs are all culturally authentic, meaning they are inclusive and they focus on children, literacy development, where they are and where they need to be, right? And so that's what we do. Learn more about us right now on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Imagery. Our brand new website will be up in just a few days. We're so excited. And so let's go ahead and dig in. So what I want to talk to everyone about today, quickly, briefly, is how we just need to stop. We need to stop and take time to make sure that we are as mindful as possible for our scholars. And this is both for those who have learned how to do this well and those who haven't quite figured it out yet. This is something new. And as with anything in the learning curve, there's an opportunity to see what's working and what's not. And this is why it's imperative that we stop and evaluate everything we're doing. And if we're supportive of ourselves, if we're supportive of our learners, and how we can do better. And so I commonly hear from parents is, I'm just frustrated. I just don't relate. I don't know like what they're doing in school. I haven't been in school in so long. But what I really hear parents saying is, I don't have the time. I don't feel confident, and or I'm just overwhelmed with life right now. And that's all understandable. So again, it's an opportunity for parents and little ones to stop and say, you know what? Learning is an ongoing thing. And in order for me to be my absolute best, I have to be as patient as possible because it's not just going to come like that. Again, 9 months into this, almost a year, and we're still adapting. It's all the more reason why literacy development is important now more than ever, because we need to close the gap, not just for our scholars, but for our parents who feel overwhelmed and sometimes helpless. And that's what I am doing with a brand new series called Imagery with Me. Now, there, before I talk about that, I want to talk about this community drop-in. Our business has always been community. And when I say that, I mean it. We started off as a family literacy platform. And what we did was we went out into the community with the very first book that I wrote that it was all STEM based. And we encouraged the community to read together. We put together crazy fun activities. And we just went around doing that, just encouraging people to read. We did a bunch of author visits. And eventually, we were recognized by some pretty cool organizations here locally in Houston and was able to co-write curriculum. That curriculum went on to be recognized like big, like I didn't expect it to be that big. And from there, the rest is history. Well, I shouldn't say the rest is history. 2 years later, I decided to launch a community-based participatory research project in and of myself, where I would go out and I would ask the community, are you reading together as a family, right? How confident do you feel about reading with your children? Why or why not? And in the interim, because I have such wonderful partners, I gave away thousands of books. And what I got from that research was that the community still feels as if they need assistance. And in the last couple of years, it's been a lot of experimentation, if you will. We've been in the classroom, we've been doing after school programming, and we just want to get back to our roots because we know that the community needs us more than ever. So, what we've decided to do is have what we call community drop ins, where we'll be available. I personally, my assistant hopefully will join me, and maybe some of my partners. I can't wait to introduce you to them. Will be available online every third Sunday for 1 hour, where scholars are invited, ages 6 through 12, to come and join us and just get help on what they need. We have some themes set up, but again, it's an open office hour invitation for scholars, again, ages 6 through 12, and parents too. Parents, you're totally invited to come and learn something new. We iterate, stopping. It's part of our SMART learning system that we'll talk more about. And so I just wanted to again record this short video. I'm hoping that it was helpful. I'm hoping that you can, when you start feeling some kind of way, and you get frustrated, overwhelmed, or just, just need a break, just stop, take a break, do whatever you need to do to be as mindful as possible, as this is your child's learning experience. And they really learn by watching you. All right. So I'm going to leave a link to this sign up for the community drop-in. If you so see fit, have your little one sign up, or I'm sorry, you sign up, and I'll be more than happy to see them. Until then, do have an imaginative day.